So today I just want to start off the video telling you guys one of the reasons I love y'all. You guys are not shady. Like in my last video, I claimed consistency. I claimed I'm back. But none of you are shading me. Like none of you. Guys, we are making progress. This is family. Welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you so much. And if you're new to this channel, my name is Ruth Muntali. I make faith-based content for young people. So if a young person is dealing with it, if it affects your life somehow, then we are talking about it. And of course, just adding other lifestyle tips for a phenomenal Christian life. Right? Do you guys know, like, I just got an intro without practicing it? Like, it just happened right now. I think I kind of say that in my most recent videos. Anyway, guys, so I owe it to you. I owe an explanation for why I said I'll be consistent as of my last video, and that wasn't the case. It's not deliberate at all. I love YouTube. Even though I recently got to find out that in Zambia, YouTube will no longer be monetized. So if that was my only goal, then I would stop. But I just genuinely love to talk to you guys, help young people. It's not always easy. I have my challenges and, you know, things like that. But I love it. Okay, so if I stay off it, trust me, I'm missing you just as much or even more than you're missing me. So as of my last video, my schedule changed drastically. And so my schedule just got crazy and I didn't see that coming. I didn't anticipate it. And so I wasn't sure. Yeah, so today I got a day off and I should be resting because honestly, shooting a YouTube video for me is, in as much as it's natural, there's a part of it that's tasking. If you're very observant, you know, like my makeup today is laid low because that's one of the reasons I can't do it. You know, I'm like, I have to start wearing makeup. And it's been a minute. I don't wear makeup to work. So the lash struggle is real. You know, so, but I was just like, today I'll just do a very simple face beat. I don't even think it qualifies for that. But we bless the Lord. Yeah, and I decided to come here and talk to you guys. I had to think of something just very natural, maybe something I'm already dealing with, since I don't have so much time to, you know, begin and think, brainstorm, research, and all that good stuff. So as the title says, we're talking about when life goes, or rather when life does not go the way you planned, right? I am not such a planner, like very detailed, but I think I did live my life in a way that I expected life to go a certain way. If you know me closely, you know that being a chef was not my first career choice. I had another career choice. And that's a story I'm gonna tell you guys one day. I'm not ready to share it yet. For a sharer, it's funny that I can't really share it in its fullness. I'm not ready. But when the time is right, I'll be able to share it because I think it'll be able to help so many people. But for the sake of today's video, I had to mention, you know, that my first career choice did not work, right? And it crippled me for years, not for weeks, not for a month, but for years, not for months. It crippled me. I literally did not know what to do next. And so I realized that with the way I grew up, the kind of person I was, I didn't struggle with anything as per abilities when I was younger. And that's why I personally didn't really have to deal with esteem issues because for the longest time, everything was kind of like, you know, super easy for me. And so I did not know how to function when something does not work. I didn't know how to function that. One of the things they never teach you in school is how to live when you fail or when things don't go as planned. I don't think there's lessons for that. I don't even think parents teach that because no parent is anticipating failure from a child or things not going as planned. Every parent is thinking, hey, I'm taking you to school, I'm taking you to kindergarten. After kindergarten, you're going to, you know, primary school, you're going to secondary school. After that, you're going to uni. After uni, you're gonna get a job, and then you're gonna meet some handsome man, some beautiful woman. You're gonna get married. You're gonna be settled, and that's it. So no parent is sitting down to say, just in case your first uni experience doesn't work, this is what's gonna happen, or this is how you get up, right? So I wasn't prepared for the route my life was about to take, and it crippled me for a very long time. Now, it's one thing if you're a person that, you know, at least you're not known by so many people, and I'm not saying I'm very famous or whatever. I'm not even famous, but at least in the areas that I have been, I was a person that, at least in my circles and where I was, a number of people would know me. So I think I had to deal with a lot of things at the same time. I had to deal with the fact that my career choice did not work, and I had to deal with the fact of, what are people thinking about me? What next? What can I do? And in that moment, I think I was thinking more about people. I was thinking about how people are perceiving me, and, you know, what can I do next? So I was crippled for the most part. It didn't look like I was crippled on the outside, because I'm a minister and I was fully involved in ministry. I love ministry. I love just working with God's people and all that. So that part of my life was intact, so I love to think. But as per what is going on with my life, I was so lost, guys. And honestly, I really bless God for my parents. They were so encouraging. I am so grateful that God entrusted my parents to be my babysitters while I'm on earth, because they understood me. Oh, I don't want to get emotional, man. I don't want to get so emotional. While I'm just there, upcoming parents, like those of us who are yet to be parents, it's so important to be spiritual. It's so important to be spiritual, because what looked very natural on the outside, my parents were able to pick the spiritual implication of what was going on in my life. And so they dealt with me according to their understanding of spirituality. In a natural sense, I don't think my parents would have been with me the way they were, right? But like I said, story for another day. And they saw me through that, but I was really crippled, guys. So when I came to Zambia last year, guys, it's October! On the 17th of October, 18th of October, I'd have clocked a year in Zambia, and I'm so excited. When I came to Zambia the first time, I was lost. I did not know what to do with myself. I was very lost. Now, I know on the outside, I come out very confident, at least for the most part. I have my life together. But if you know me personally, you know that period when I came October to December was very paralyzing for me. It was hard, from dealing with like culture shock and just not knowing what to do next. And it was so hard for me to trust God. It was so hard for me to trust the story that God is telling with my life. I thought it was unfair. You know, sometimes when your life is not going a certain way, one of the things people tell you is because, you know, you have like a great destiny and God wants to do so and so with your life. At that point, I didn't want to hear it. I'm like, if this is the path it takes for a great destiny, then it's okay. I can be normal. You know, it was really hard in that moment. And I remember just trying to get on a fast to just seek God on what next. But it was still so very hard. Now that I'm telling you this in hindsight, when life does not go as planned, there are two types of people. The first person jumps right into the next thing. There are people that are like that. They don't even know how to be stuck. Like, okay, this didn't work, this is next. This didn't work, this is next. Then there's the other set of people, which I fall under the category, that really get paralyzed because they don't know what to do next and they're stuck. Today I came to tell you both of these are not correct, in my opinion. I think when life doesn't go as planned, you need to breathe. You need to give yourself some time to breathe. At the same time, don't overbreathe. The people on the other side, you're breathing too fast. I mean, too much. Okay, but there needs to be time for you to sit down. First, you need to accept what's going on with you. You need to kind of, sort of go through the disappointment. I know there's certain words that Christians don't like to use or to accept. But guys, sometimes we do get disappointed in life, okay? Sometimes we prayed for something, it didn't happen as we thought it would, and we are disappointed. We are disappointed. And it's not an emotion to suppress and say, if I go through my disappointment or feel the disappointment, it means I don't have faith or things like that. These are the Christians you literally come to see break down terribly ahead of time. And there's been this wave of certain Christians going into atheism or saying, I don't believe in God anymore. For me, if I would sit down with that person, I would actually like to know their experiences and say, how did you handle this? So there's certain people that just jump from one thing to the other, all in the name of, having faith means just jump into the next. That's not okay. I do believe that God allows us and permits us to feel our emotions. It is how we feel our emotions. If you say, I'm disappointed, I'm angry, and so you shut God out, that's a different thing, But it's a different thing to be in God, to sit in his presence and just cry. I'm a crier. Sit in his presence, I just cry and say, God, life is not going like I thought it would, and it's hard. I don't know what to do next. It's really hard. I know you're here with me, but somehow I still feel alone. Those are the kind of prayers I made and all that. And so God will answer us in ways sometimes that we least expect. So for me, of course, not knowing what to do next. Do I jump into another course? Do I do this? I didn't feel ready because I was so afraid of failure. I was so afraid that I'm going to start something and it's going to fail. I'm going to start something and it's going to stop somewhere along the way. So I didn't want to do anything. And so I believe the Holy Spirit, through my sister, just said, oh, hey, but you love to cook. Why don't you do something, just something short? So that's how I went into culinary school. I didn't go into culinary school with like, the next Gordon Ramsay is on the way. I just went there like, let me try and do something, and then we'll see how it goes, and then when I'm ready, I'll do something else, right? And while in culinary school, I thought I'll just be cooking, but it so happened I had other parts of the courses, like food and beverage, hotel management, blah, 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 blah. And so I got into that situation, and God used it to remind me who I was. And guys, I've been introduced to a person I didn't know. I mean, I knew I can be, passionate and stuff. But when I got into internship, the first 1 week, my body broke. As CEO of the soft life, my body broke. And I didn't see myself surviving in there. I didn't see myself surviving in there at all. I'm like, this is going to break me. My body was in pain. I literally had fever. I wasn't exposed to that much of like hard work. But this is me 2 months later. And I'm amazed. I had a function the other day. We had a function at work the other day, and I had to be there like at 6:30 a.m. And I got home at 11:30 p.m. because that's when the function ended and whatever. And the following day, I had to be at work at 6:30 a.m. again. And when I woke up, I thought my body would be like, But I was able to get up. I was strong, and I still did what I needed to do. And in that moment, I realized that I have met a version of myself I didn't know. And I would not have met this person had life gone the way I had known it to go. So sometimes when life doesn't go as planned, we need time to just sit down. Don't sit too long. Don't lay eggs in there. But you need to sit down and reevaluate a number of things and look, where can I go from here? And do it with God, guys. Do it with God. If you watched my video on purpose, do you remember me mentioning how baking is not for me? Like, can't. It's not my thing. My thing is just to talk. But my life detoured in a way that I learned to bake. I love to bake. And now it's something I see myself doing, right? So at the time, I didn't even see that I could do that because I was looking at myself in one lens only, right? And so sometimes when life doesn't go as planned, we get to be introduced to a version of ourselves we did not even know exists, guys. I know, I'm gonna say, life hands you lemons, you know, make lemonade. Somebody says, no, take back the lemons, take back the lemons. And tell them I want chocolate. But sometimes we don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury of taking back the lemons. And so in that moment, we're able to see different versions of us. It takes time. Sometimes the period in which you're going to see God do something different with your life, it varies from person to person. But there's so much at the other side of life, guys. There's so many ways to live. So I just came to encourage you. I think this is more of a story time, chit chat, whatever. Just to encourage you, if your life is not going the way you thought it would and you feel stuck, I just came to encourage you that there's so much life at the other side, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so excited with where my life is. I'm not saying things are in place, but I can look at the future with a smile compared to like who I was 2 years ago or even a year ago. Because I'm like, girl, there's so much you can do. There's so much you can do. And that's what God does. So I don't know what I want to title this video at this point. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. When you see me, you see me. That's what we're doing now. When you see me, you see me. But as from November, I should be back here. And to make it up for you guys, I'm hoping I can do this. I want to do 31 videos to my 31st birthday in January. And I want to share life lessons, maybe in just like 3 minutes or whatever. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Let's just say that's going to make up for how I haven't been here. Yeah, so thank you for watching my video. I think I've kind of been all over the place, but I'm here, right? Yeah, so just drop those comments. I love to hear from you guys. Let's just talk in the comments. So yeah, until my next video, it's goodbye and God bless, and pray for me. Just pray for me. Just do it. Adulthood. Pray. Pray for me. Bye, guys.